President Trump weighing in on the American education system this morning. He just tweeted, "Now that we have witnessed it on a large-scale basis and firsthand, virtual learning has proven to be terrible compared to in school or on campus. Not even close. Schools must be open in the fall. If not open, why would the federal government give funding? It won't." This comes as California has decided to sue the Trump administration over a new education plan that the White House wants to revoke the visas of international students at colleges that are only offering online instruction in the fall. That could be disastrous for schools' finances because they rely so heavily on many of these international students. Scott Cohn joins us right now. He has more on this front. And Scott, this has gotten pretty contentious. You already saw Harvard and another school suing, but now this is the first state to come after the government for this level, too.
That's right, and we expect, Becky, that there will be more states. Harvard and MIT also sued, and we will see more states. This lawsuit in California seeks a preliminary injunction against a policy that the state attorney general calls arbitrary and capricious. The California State University system is a party to the suit. It is the largest system by tuition in the country and the fifth largest issuer of debt. This university has about 10,000 international students. As a percentage of enrollment, here are the schools with the most international students. They are Illinois Institute of Technology in Chicago, with nearly 3/4 international students, followed by Carnegie Mellon, Northeastern, NYU, and Stanford. Colleges and universities are big issuers of debt, big borrowers, about $280 billion in debt outstanding, but they've also traditionally been among the most creditworthy, the vast majority rated AA or better for now.
So you layer on international student declines potentially more so than in the past, and it just creates a very challenging budget situation for colleges and universities.
Of course, international students typically pay top dollar full tuition, so at some schools they're making up 15% of tuition revenue or more. Susan Fitzgerald at Moody's says the schools most at risk are smaller schools without big endowments, but she worries that this could create long-term competitive issues if students decide to study elsewhere as opposed to here in the U.S. This could be some long-term issues. And we have already, guys, started to see some revisions of outlooks, particularly at smaller schools, both public and private. The hope, though, is that they will be creative with this issue as they have been with the other challenges that they've faced so far this year.
Yeah, Scott, is there any indication that schools are actually trying to change their plans? We had talked to Robert Frank the other day, who said some of them had talked about potentially offering one course or something that would be in person, and maybe there's a way to get around some of these rules.
Yeah, and there seems to be talk about. The University of Southern California yesterday tweeted that students who need to have an in-person class for visa purposes will be able to enroll in an in-person class free of charge. So the idea is that they're trying to be able to keep these students here, and the concern is that this policy, which pretty abruptly changed, and this is talked about in the California suit. There were international students that had planned to be here based on what the previous guidance was. They signed apartment leases and the like, and then it just creates a tremendous amount of hardship really at the last minute. So the schools are trying to find a way both to keep that important tuition revenue stream going, but also try and keep these important international students.